Hello and namaskar viewers. In this video I'm going to talk about postmodern trajectories to inner world in Haruki Murakami's Desire. Well, the structural content of this study has objective, the debate, methodology, hypothesis, and problem statement. Besides, it has titles of short stories, analysis of the text, findings, and conclusion that comprises of relevance, limitations, and scope for further research. As far as the objective of the paper is concerned, it is to interrogate the contrastive layers of human desires interpreted by Murakami in 5 different short narratives, and also to foreground the ambiguity that demonstrates the contradictions in the inner world. In this context, interpretations of human desire in the text is the subject and the tool of analysis is postmodernism. So the debate is, it constitutes hypothesis, which is the dichotomy between choice and difference of meaning caused due to interventions of the inner world that is fragmented and disorganized in the underlying Murakamian world of desires. Methodology are the context of postmodernism, and problem statement is that there is obscurity in the interpretation of desire between the author's version and the character's voices that Murakami incorporates to playfully handle memory with narration. Coming to the title of the stories, short stories, they have been translated from Japanese to English by these translators that I have named. The Second Bakery Attack, it has been translated by J. Rubin. Second story is On Seeing the 100% Perfect Girl One Beautiful April Morning, translated by J. Rubin. Birthday Girl, also translated by J. Rubin. Then we have Samsa in Love, translated by Ted Guzin. And A Folklore for My Generation, A Prehistory of Late Stage Capitalism, translated by Philip Gabriel. So we have in total 5 short stories that have been translated from Japanese to English. So here we get into the analysis now. Now, in 5 different short narratives by Murakami, this entails to the theme in contrastive layers. This further determines the postmodern experience of metafictionality, which is especially evident when the author creates a tension between narrator's awareness of being a part of fiction and the characters involved. Due to this, there is a constant shuffle between narrator talking to the reader and narrator talking about the characters. This study is mostly focused on what the narrator chooses to amplify and what the reading of the text implies, as readers have the choice for deferral of meanings. So, this book constitutes 5 tales that depict multitudinal connotations of desire enraptured in the enigmatic form of hunger, lust, secret longings of heart, infatuations, ambition, power, and the like. The first story tells about the projection of food hunger as a desire that drives them to take the route to an adventure to embark upon. It was the first time for the wife, but second time for the narrator. And that's the urge, the drive. In this second story, the narrator concentrates on a perfect for each other boy and girl, how it reduces and how he loses her, and on what grounds they are not united. So promises made at a young stage, they are no more recalled but recollected. So here, 100% perfect partner is kind of a constructed notion in the mind. Now, coming to the third narrative that interprets the unending flow of desires, because here we get to see the birthday girl who gets an opportunity to bring meals to the old aged owner of the restaurant she works. And this old man, on knowing about her birthday, grants her a wish. And there you can find the blurred voice between the author and the narrator very clearly. It's very evident when we read this story. It's the blur that we find in the fourth narrative, that is inspired from Franz Kafka's Metamorphosis. Murakami extracts Gregor Samsa's metamorphosis as waking up to a strange creature as in Kafka's depiction. So here we get again a difference. And in the fifth story that represents desire and commitment, there is also a blurred context built between the narrative of the author and that of the reader's perspective. Finally, we come to the findings. In the findings, desire has been found as a drive and continuous reason to strive. Then there is metafictional element, which lies in the ambiguity between the authorial voice and character's voice. And this point also resulted to unreliability of narration. Besides magic realism and inner world consisting of fragmented beliefs representing disunity, causing self-contestations, incompleteness, and inconsistency through memory is very much evident in this work of Haruki Murakami's Desire. Coming to the conclusion, we have relevance, limitations, and scope for further research. Like for relevance, in postmodern context, yes, we don't have any clear conclusion. We don't meet at one point but form an array of pluralities. Limitations, because this study is a textual analysis from postmodern lenses with metafiction, ambiguity, magic, realism, memory, all these are identified in the text. So therefore, there is a scope for further research that entails in memory, time, space, language, and metaphorical significance as such, which can be investigated. So thank you for listening to this study. Namaskar, everybody.